On April 30th, 2023, during a Sunday service at Divine Kingdom Baptist Ministries, the servant of God, Dr. Dlovi, delivered a prophetic warning urging saints and intercessors to pray for the health of President Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America.
The President of the United States of America is very old. So I know the next message that I'll speak, people will say it's obvious. There is nothing which is obvious in the Spirit. Look at your neighbor and say, there is nothing which is obvious in the Spirit. Yes, I saw him in a vision, hospitalized. So we must pray for his health. We must pray for God to give him strength. He might not be supporting doctrines, spiritual doctrines or principles that you and I subscribe to. But it's our duty to pray for leaders. Hallelujah. I saw him hospitalized.
Again, on February 11th, 2024, Dr. Dlovi reiterated his prophetic message, emphasizing that the need for prayers for prominent leaders in the United States.
So when we are praying for the United States of America, they are having an election this year. We must pray for three things. First, we must pray for peace. Secondly, we must pray for unity. Third, we must pray for the health of the leaders. I saw one of the leaders, they have spoken about him in the past. I saw him hospitalized. They may try to hide it, but it will come out in the open. A situation where a leader is just collapsing in public. Hallelujah. It has happened. The signs are there. So I don't want to talk a lot because I'm not an American. I don't have a stake in their decisions there. Hallelujah. Like I said, according to the mind of God, they must allow the man who is carrying the trumpet to just blow his trumpet. If they try to muzzle the trumpet, we are seeing a lot of violence in that country. So in our prayers, we must pray for the people who are in leadership. I'm seeing one of them hospitalized. Hallelujah. That's what I've been seeing in a vision. One of the very big leaders there hospitalized. But God is in control. I want us to say God is in control. Hallelujah.
As these prophetic warnings linger, President Joe Biden's health has once again become a matter of public concern. On July 18, 2024, the White House announced that President Biden had tested positive for COVID-19, marking his third bout with the virus. Photos showed him cutting short in his trip to Las Vegas and boarding a plane to Delaware, where he would recuperate. Despite being vaccinated and boosted, Biden's illness has forced him to cancel several public planned appearances in Las Vegas.
The White House says President Joe Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. We've just received these pictures showing him cutting short his trip to Las Vegas and getting on board a plane, which will take him to Delaware, where he will recuperate. His press secretary said Mr. Biden is vaccinated and boosted. He has had COVID twice before. His illness means he has had to cancel several planned appearances in Las Vegas. Our correspondent, Tom Bateman, has been traveling with President Biden's campaign. Here's what he told us.
Well, we're now rolling again in the motorcade. We were holding outside the restaurant for over an hour and a half after the President made that short visit and then recorded an interview inside while we were in the vans, and it was becoming increasingly clear that there was a delay. And the last time I just went to check with staff in one of the other vans, I was told to get back in our van, and the motorcade is now moving again, but we haven't been told where we're going.
President Biden was due to give a speech to a Hispanic advocacy organization in Nevada. That's been cancelled.
This latest health setback has intensified calls from within the Democratic Party for Biden to reconsider his candidacy for 2024 presidential race. Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff has publicly called on Biden to step aside. Behind the scenes, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi have also advised him to exit the race. Even former President Barack Obama has expressed doubts about Biden's viability, privately telling allies that he believes Biden needs to consider stepping down. A new national poll conducted after an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump shows a tight race, with Trump leading Biden 43% to 41%. However, according to political analyst David Brody, reports that internal Democratic polls from key battleground states like Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania show Biden trailing by over 5 points. Biden faces challenges not only from Republicans but also from within his own party. Some Democratic lawmakers have drafted a letter urging their Democratic National Committee (NDC) to postpone an early virtual roll call for the Democratic nomination. Despite the mounting pressure, President Biden has shown no signs of dropping out of the race. However, reports from the New York Times indicate that he is more open to hearing arguments about why he should step aside. In response to growing outrage over recent Supreme Court decisions and ethics questions surrounding conservative justices, Biden has been floating the idea of Supreme Court reforms. These proposals include establishing term limits for justices and enforcing an ethics code, though such reforms would require congressional approval. As President Biden isolates and recovers from COVID-19, Dr. Ian Dlovi's prophetic call to prayer remains relevant. God is in control. He reminded his congregation, we must pray for the people who are in leadership. I have seen one of them hospitalized, but God is in control. The ongoing health challenges and political pressure faced by President Biden highlight the importance of these intercessions as the United States heads towards a vital election year. This is Stephen, GC News.